before, like, I really got ready for this show, unlike any other, by spending 40 minutes wondering why I was watching Catwoman with Halle Berry. That is a fucking terrible movie. Catwoman feels like the most out of place out of any of the Batman-related movies. You know?
So you never saw the Clayface movie where he goes into witness protection and becomes a high school PE teacher? You never saw that one? Because I would say that's probably the worst.
I was say that you haven't seen Bane Saves Christmas? Because that one's kind of a stretch.
No. Ho, ho, Batman. Whoa.
Welcome to Word Rango, the game show where dictionary definitions produce knowledge and comedy. 4 words enter, 1 word leaves, and is crowned champion. Our steely nerved competitors, a writer, another writer, a voice actor, and that other guy, and now it's gloves off. And set your dictionaries to fun. It's time for Word Rango. Here's your host, Mike Suzak.
Ho, ho, ho! Happy, whatever you celebrate.
Holidays. You have to say holidays. We gotta be PC. We gotta be PC, guys.
Welcome to Word Rango. My name is Mike Suzak. What's in my stocking? I'm joined by Bob Ball.
Ho to your ho-hos.
Dave Hinkle.
Happy Festivus, everybody.
And Ryan Lewis.
Yo.
Tied? And, I said what's in my stocking. I thought maybe, you guys would just follow suit and say, like, oh, this is what's in your stocking. Well, I'm never
totally
doing
ignored it. I do like you're like the alley-oop podcast king, though, because you just lobbed one up for Bob Ball, who dunked it, and then, Ryan just lobbed one up for you, and then you just did the windmill dunk on it, and you might be on fire. If you get one more shot, you're on fire right now.
That's true. I'm like the fucking Rudolph of this podcast, leading the way, big red nose, antlers. I don't know where the antlers came from.
Yeah, you're a hairy bastard, aren't you?
Yeah, and man, we're so untamed right now. Anyways, the way this podcast works, we bring 4 words to the table every week and educate everybody. We educate the world, and we bring joy to the world. And words. Man, like...
The word has come.
Oh,
Word Rango! Word Rango!
Word Rango!
It's really, really close.
And,
I think we could cut it.
Clearly, we're all in the holiday spirit, and that's wonderful. But now we got to get serious, because words are serious. Last week, Ryan, you won last week with interrobang.
Yeah.
Which is still a great word. I'm still pumped about it. That means, that's a good word. It's a good word and a good symbol, of course.
It has enriched our lives.
And Ryan, that means that you get first word this week. Ryan, please enlighten us. What is your word this week?
You got it, man. You can't see it right now, but I'm totally flexing my muscles, because I rule. Anyway, my word this week is Troon.
Paul Troon.
Who's Paul Troon?
Is he Paul like Troon
a cousin?
Is he like one of those extras in the background of a movie, or like maybe a red shirt ensign who like beams down to the planet and gets mauled by some space like gorilla?
Right.
I think he's married to Carmen Sandiego.
Paul Troon.
Paul, we need you to come with us. Paul Troon.
Sorry, Paul.
Troon. Paul Troon. How do you spell that?
It's 2 words. P-A-U-L. No, it's P-O-L. Troon. Paul Troon.
Troon. Oh, it has that Farouche quality to it, doesn't it?
It definitely does.
It does.
Okay. I will fall on the sword because I'll take the first guess because that's always the worst. It's the toughest on the spot to try and figure out what these words means. But I'm gonna go first, and I like those double O's in the second half of the word, in the back half of the word, Paul Troon. Mm-hmm. We got 3 O's going on there. It sort of reminds me of pollinate. Now, it's to me, I still read it as this dude named Paul Troon, so I think what it means is it's when that mischievous Paul Troon pollinates or gets multiple ladies knocked up, and specifically, he's a terrible guy because he does not pay his child support. So Paul Troon is a deadbeat dad.
I just picture this guy walking down the street, and he's like so potent, he's so virile, he's just got this like cloudy mist around him that like just touches a female and instantly impregnates her.
Yeah, he's an X-File basically.
Yeah,
he's a sexy X-File.
You see him like exiting out the window. Paul Troon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So that's my guess. Bob, what is your guess as to what poltroon means?
Either poltroon is a South Korean boy band,
Totally could be.
or it is Dave trying to say the word pontoon.
All right, I'll allow
But
it. I'll allow it.
I'm gonna go with South Korean boy band.
Okay. All right. South Korean boy band. I do like the Dave one, though. Dave, what's your guess as to what poltroon means?
All right, so poltroon. So you know how like a harpoon is like a spear to like catch a whale or like catch a fish or like spear yourself a fish. I think a poltroon is like a spear or like a stick-like object that's used to basically shish kebab parrots. It's like a way to catch wild parrots, and then you defeather them and you eat them. And
I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I know what you're doing, and you're trying to bring back our first business. Wasn't it our first business?
Well, yeah, it was used pet sales.
It was discountparrot.com.
Discountparrot.com. That's right. We've been doing the show so long, it's hard to keep track of all the gags. But yeah, no, definitely. I mean,
all the business ventures.
But the only problem is though, is like if you poltroon a parrot, like you pretty much have killed that motherfucker. Like it is totally dead. So
that's
no returns.
Yeah, no returns.
That's also like the lowest price of a parrot, isn't it? It's one that's been poltrooned.
Here at discountparrot.com, we have great holiday sales. Check out our poltroon bin, where you can get parrots up to 90% off that are 100% dead. Discountparrot.com.
See, like discountparrot.com like did really well when they were filming Dumb and Dumber, but like after that, because there's that scene with like the dead parrot in it.
Yes, we
but
know.
It's like
Everybody's watched that movie.
Sorry, spoiler alert. I didn't know what the statute of limitations are on that. But it's like after that movie was done filming, like then nobody was buying dead parrots anymore. The bubble burst.
Bad PR for our first unsuccessful business venture.
Yeah. Well, I look at it as yet to be successful.
That's right.
Like I'm an optimist, so we still have time to make that work.
The glass is neither half full nor half empty, but the glass exists.
The glass definitely exists. Ryan, I want you to tell us what the hell poltroon means.
All right, it's a pretty simple...
Or who he is.
Who is poltroon tonight at 9? It's a pretty simple definition. It's 3 words. An utter coward.
Oh man,
poltroon is a yellow belly.
Yeah. So. Can you just see that? Like, you've got your gloves and your little frilly outfit, and like, you're living in Versailles, France during the 1700s, and you're poltroon.
Yeah.
It's like I told you he doesn't pay his child support.
That Paul, man, he's like always going into Applebee's and like ordering the 3-course menu for $20 and like dipping out before they bring the dessert out. Like he's just dying and ditching at all the Applebee's across the country.
Bitch.
Have you guys seen that Applebee's commercial with the really fucking weird looking chef that's like tossing all of his ingredients and shit around? And clearly he was paid because he was able to do that, and he just looks like a sleazy bastard.
Yeah, I don't think anybody who works at Applebee's or employed by Applebee's has like the hand-eye coordination to flip anything.
But I think that guy is Paul Troon. That's my guess. He looks like a Paul, and he probably, his last name could be Troon. I think he's Paul Troon. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Man, okay, so we came in, like, we know what we want to do for our scenario stuff, and we want to get other words in. Are we going to do the same thing? We'll hold off on our escalator pitches, I assume?
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Get 2 words out there real quick, get the people thinking, talking,
If you're listening to this...
if you're in your car, start talking to us like we can hear you right now.
Right. I was going to say, man, you're a crazy person. I will go next. My word this week, and I think it's probably someone here has to know it. Probably Bob. He always seems to know these words. My word this week, jocose.
Oh.
Jocose.
Paul Troon's friend.
Paul and Joe going coast to coast. Just trooning around.
I think they played ball in high school together, but then they went on the road for a little while afterwards just to find themselves.
Paul and Joey. Joe Coast, Joey Coast. Ryan, what's your guess?
Well, wait, can we get a spelling on that first? I mean, is it like COSTE? Okay, yeah. Like, is there a hidden E in there anywhere?
Oh, there's no T in it. No, sorry. It is JOCOSE. Jocose.
Jocose. Okay.
I mean, I like Coast, Joey Coast. I mean, that's
Joey Coast.
I like that a lot more, probably. But still, Joe Coast. Ryan, what's your guess as to what it means?
Well, you guys remember, I mean, you guys all have been to Hot Topic before. I don't know if you guys remember Junko jeans, but
yes.
Jokos
Junko?
are
Did you just call them
basically...
Junko?
Yeah, that's what they're called.
No, they're Jankos, dude.
Jankos?
Jankos.
Dave, you have no credibility when it comes to pronouncing
No,
words.
see, like, you notice how quickly I pounced
the
on
Midwest
that.
tells you it's Jinko.
Like the opportunity
gosh.
for me to correct somebody's pronunciation, it does not come along often. So sorry, I had to take advantage.
So anyway, Junko jeans, they're very popular, kind of stovepipe type jeans. Well, basically, these were the knockoff Junko jeans that were for accountants back in the early 90s.
Accountants, huh?
Yeah, Joko's. Gino, have
Did
your
they
Jokos?
need to store their like TI 80s or whatever calculators?
They're
I mean,
cooking
like-
books. They got their P&Ls. They got their ledger lines, and they're coming in. They're hot styling stovepipe Joko jeans.
I was always fascinated by people that wore those pants. Like, did they use all of the pockets? Did they okay, this is where I'm putting my pens?
Like an accountant would.
Oh, dude, I rocked those jeans in high school, but unfortunately, I was, neither of the two subsets that really thrive on Janko jeans, which are Juggalos and Slipknot fans. So those are the two that are like really into those giant ass skirt-like jeans.
I'm really afraid of pissing off those fan bases, by the way. Like, I want to state that outright. Like,
Yeah, I
no
think they're
offense
far
intended.
too busy chasing after fat, ugly girls to like listen to a podcast. So you don't gotta worry about it.
Hey, listen, if you're a juggalo or you really like Slipknot, me too. Me too. These other guys, I'm not sure about them. You, me, same wavelength.
I
Also, I have no idea how
Don't stab
magnets work.
me.
Bob Ball's our safety net, guys. I'm thankful he's there. Reel us in.
Okay.
I'm soft and I'm stabbable. Okay? I'm afraid.
Bob, do you know what Jokos means?
Yeah, it's actually a can of paint that Santa uses around the holidays,
Okay.
and he spray paints the antlers of all of his reindeer, and it's so they look more holiday. It's like festive plaid patterns. It comes right out. It's great. That wasn't nearly as funny as it sounded in my head before I said it.
No. I actually
Seasonal
want
spray
that to be
paint, huh?
true. Like, I'm not laughing because I kind of think, oh, that's actually pretty sweet.
No, so it's reindeer antler spray.
Yes.
That's hard to market. I mean, that's pretty...
There's a Ray Lewis joke in there.
What'd you say?
There's a Ray Lewis joke in there.
Oh, yeah.
So here's the deal. Now that you've said that out loud, it is reindeer antler spray. It actually makes antlers for reindeer. But Santa is such a douche sometimes. He'll like sneak up behind people and just spray it on their head, and then
Right.
suddenly they have antlers. And
Antlers.
it's for the rest of the holiday season.
Wow.
That's where my antlers came from. That motherfucker.
You're using
I
that
don't, even have a
Jokos.
I don't even have a chimney. I don't know how you got in here. That's always weird to me is how Santa sneaks into people's houses. Can we talk about that? That's fucking weird, Santa. Stop doing that.
Weird. That's breaking and entering.
It's like, that's illegal, dude. I don't know where you get off thinking that that's totally cool for you. And how, how do people think that's cool for them? Hey, big, dude from the North Pole, no one lives there, apparently Santa does, can just break into your house and put some shit underneath your tree, and he's also going to eat your cookies and drink your milk.
Yeah.
That's
And,
weird.
and your parents encourage this kind of behavior.
Yeah.
It's like, no, someone's going to creep into our house at night. The 364 other days a year, that's a police call.
Yeah.
This one night, we're good. Just leave the door unlocked.
So like Christmas
Milk and
must be
cookies out.
like the best day if you're like a hungry thief, right? Because like they're putting out cookies for you and like various treats, and it's like, man, this is awesome. Like, why can't I get this treatment the other 364 days out of the year? So
Yeah.
start thinking about those hungry thieves out there, guys. Leave the cookies out year round.
So are you telling me if I dress up like Santa, I can kick in anyone's front door
think you
and
can.
then just steal their
Well,
food?
no, you have to come down through the chimney. It has to be authentic. I mean, you of all people should know, Bob Ball, that you have to be the character. I mean, it's method acting 101.
Yeah, you're going to have to go down that chimney. You should try it out.
I got to grow a beard,
Maybe.
which is going to be tough after Movember.
After November, I mean, Lord knows we're going to come up with another fundraiser for
Yeah.
January, and you're shaving that shit off
Hey,
again.
Bob,
So.
focus on eyebrows first.
Yeah,
Your eyebrow is free.
How are those coming along, by the way?
You eyebrow is
How is that coming along? Like, is it just patchy, or is it like just tiny little specks right now? Like, how is that growing in?
So apparently eyebrows grow kind of slow for me.
And most people.
I didn't have that information before this happened.
You shaved off the only ones you'll ever have.
Yes.
Yeah,
I shaved
they're like
off
teeth.
everything from the neck up for our Movember campaign.
Yes.
That video will be out soon, by the way. In fact, the next should be out right now.
Oh.
Yeah, my eyebrows, we did shave those off as well, and they're tiny. It's almost like, you know, that friend of yours who can't grow any facial hair at all.
Yeah, Bob Paul.
And when he tries to. And when he tries to grow something, it looks very sad.
Yeah.
That's what my eyebrows look like right
Wow.
now.
Yeah.
You need to start like a Bob's Eyebrows Tumblr or something like that. We need to really get updated on this.
I think what you need to do is above each eyebrow, you need to draw like a nose and it's two sets of eyes, and then that way both of your eyebrows look like 15-year-old my first mustaches.
Right, I was going to say that you need to put like a mouth below it with like braces.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, you'd have your own like puppet theater show going on, all about teen angst on your face.
For my eyebrows. Yeah.
I like that.
Wow, left eyebrow, what are you doing? I don't know, right eyebrow.
So since you shaved your
Welcome to Bob's Eyebrow Theater.
so since you shaved your entire head, like how many times have you been mistaken for that kid from that movie Powder? Like, are people?
We already used the joke. We already used that joke.
No, I don't care. I'm going to keep using it because that's exactly what you look like without any hair on your head.
Dave,
So I'll tell you,
They're coming. Yeah, let me mute.
if I believed in a hell, I would be going to it. So here's what I did. It was a couple of days after I got the whole head shave. And, you know, the running joke amongst, you know, me and my friends and some of you guys was, oh, I should just go whenever I'm in a long line in a place. And they're like, oh, do you want to go ahead? So I just jokingly did this to myself one morning at Costco. There was a line of like 6 people, and I just went, and this guy came out of nowhere, grabbed my cart, didn't ask me, grabbed the cart, pulled it over into another line, and just started checking me out.
Holy shit!
Oh my God.
Oh my God, did that just happen? Oh,
I'm
no,
onto
this is such bad karma.
You just realize the power you have.
I mean, you were wrapped in a flannel blanket, but I mean, still, like you.
Yeah, you got to go with the full look. You got to do the FDR too. You got to like roll up in a wheelchair with the plaid blanket over your lap.
Can you get your wife to push you around in a wheelchair?
Well, it's kind of hard now because now I actually have some hair. I mean, now I just look like I am home for the holidays from the military.
Just shave it again, dude. Just shave it all again.
Well, then
Keep
that's
that
what
look
you
going.
do.
That
As it
was
starts
vetoed.
growing in, then you put it on a military jacket. We can ask Tristan if we can borrow one.
There you
Hi,
go.
Tristan.
Military jacket. Like they just
I
have
don't
them.
know what the fuck that. Ryan, you know me. Do I look like someone that isn't even remotely capable of serving our country? No, not at
Or
all.
knowing what they wear. I mean, come on. You got your military jacket on,
Military
man. That thing
jacket.
looks insulated.
I have no idea.
Your war uniform.
Yes, that's
Do you remember to
right.
pack your war
jammies.
uniform before you went to war?
You know the thing that you wear, the uniform. God, I have no fucking clue.
It's just
okay?
a jacket.
It's just a, yeah. That's what I
Literally
thought.
Jacket.
Cool. Hey, how about that word?
Yeah,
What was going on with
wait a
that
minute.
word?
Joko.
Dave, did you give us a definition for jokos?
I did not.
Okay,
So,
what is it?
all right. So you know how like when you're like comatose, when you're like just steady napped up, like you just can't be disturbed from your nap and you just won't wake up. You're just like straight comatose. I think jokos is like, it's like that state when you've had like way too much coffee, like just a ton of espressos, and you're like in that weird kind of like Java fueled frenzy, and you just can't remember anything the next day, and you maybe robbed a bank and probably punched a kid in the face. Like, you know,
Wow.
that's what jokos is. It's that state of being in like complete uncontrol of your body, like no control over anything you're doing because you just like rock that Starbucks hard.
You had too many
Is that
cups of
actual
Joe.
legal defense?
Yeah, yeah, you had too much Joe. It one day will be, I'm sure. People drink a lot of coffee in this country, so I'm sure there'll be a hit and run at some point or something, and somebody will claim the Joko's defense.
I was in a state of Jokos.
I
I was
like
also
that.
wearing some Jokos. Let me do your taxes.
Trying to work yours in. I
know. I'll hop in on that. Sure.
I like that. Okay. I do believe that would be like a sort of. Have you ever had it where you have too many cups of coffee and you do have that sort of buzzed feeling? Because I do have that.
Oh, I do. I don't drink caffeine
like,
ever. So
I'm
when
unsettled.
I drink a cup of coffee, like I am just jacked. I'm like wired.
If I have two, I start feeling just weird, like it was a bad decision.
Yeah, and you like start shaking and.
More than I normally do. I normally do shake a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a chihuahua.
Yeah, sort of. Like a scared chihuahua.
Well, Bob and I are from Seattle, so you guys, man, oh my God.
Starbucks is here. All right, jokos. This is what it actually means. Very cheerful. Also, given to joking, characterized by joking, humorous. Jokos, you're being very cheerful. I thought, hey, this is kind of an appropriate word for the holidays. You're being nice and cheerful and festive, and you're joking. Perfect for the show. I don't even need to do my escalator pitch. You motherfuckers already know that this is perfect.
Right.
So there.
Yeah, I mean, how appropriate for this comedy podcast we do. Thank you for listening to Word Rango, copyright 2013.
Where we tell lots of jokos. Hey!
Oh, this guy over here with the jokos.
Hey, so we have scenarios that we need to crank out. We have to start with one now. We'll do one later. Do we want to do the...
You pick. You're the host, man. Stop crowdsourcing it and make a decision.
I want to know what you guys want to fucking do. I mean, do you want to hear... hear my Christmas Carol?
I just want to hang out with some friends and have a good time.
That's kind of a finale type of an event, if you ask me.
That's what I thought. So how about we do Mall Santa?
All right. I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
Bob, you are Mall Santa. Congratulations. And Dave and Ryan, you guys are in line as children, and you want to ask Santa. You want to tell him what you want for Christmas or whatever you fuck you're celebrating. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't really know you guys.
So Ryan.
Let me start with this. Merry Christmas, little one. Get this kid out of here. Get this kid out of here. Oh, you're a big one. What do you want for Christmas?
I think he's talking to you, Dave.
You motherfucker. I didn't know you were going to do that.
Is Dave your name? Get on his lap.
Santa doesn't appreciate harsh language, little boy.
Well,
You're
maybe
next.
you shouldn't call me a fat ass,
Dave.
you prick. I bet if I stabbed you, jelly'd come out. Call me fat, fucker.
Whoa, naughty
Santa has a condition.
Yeah, I got a condition too. It's called Taco Bell. Taco Bell-itis. It's too delicious. Maybe that's what you should give me for Christmas, an immunity to Taco Bell. But no, let's get this show on the road.
Perhaps your parents are around here somewhere. You're worrying
No, my
me.
parents aren't anywhere to be seen, dude. Like, do you see me escorted by any adult? Like, I'm 12 years old. I got here on my own. I rode the bus. I'm pretty self-sufficient. And I'm probably going to grow up and have a heroin problem. But right now, we got to talk about what you're going to do for me for Christmas. It's the one day of the year.
Oh, I think for Christmas you should get some therapy.
Well, I think you should invent a job that you have to do for the rest of the year so that you don't have to just get up off your fat ass one day a year and work. This is America, okay? We work till we die, 80-hour weeks. Anyway.
Look, being a mall Santa is a hard job, you son of a bitch. I'm not going to take this crap from you.
All right. Look, I'll strike you a deal.
I have to mow yards the rest of the...
I'll strike you a deal.
There's an elf.
I'll get out of here.
We're going to see who's going to stab
Tell Santa
who.
what you
Get
want.
out of my yard.
I'll get out of here as long as you promise to bring my dad back. He's been getting that pack of cigarettes for a long time, and I'd really like him to come home.
You're probably the reason he left. How about a Red Ryder BB gun so you can shoot your eye out? Get off my lap.
All right, move on, kid. Next up.
Santa?
Well, if it isn't the silver-tongued little devil who is next in line, what do you want?
I really just want Edward Snowden to come back.
Well, we all know little Eddie was bad last year, so he didn't get to see Santa, but he lives in Russia now, so he's always in your heart. Oh, and he's at the top of some people's list at the CIA, too.
I'm scared.
You should be, because the president's listening to all of your phone calls.
All right, kid, move along. All right.
Merry Christmas.
Well, Happy New Year.
When is break time around this place? God.
All right, Santa, go to the food court.
Get yourself some General Chang's or
Julius.
TJ Houlihan's or whatever.
Definitely stop at the Steak and Shake. And
Can somebody point me to the Manchurian Walk?
you definitely need to get yourself some Panda Express right now.
Yeah, that's hot.
That is good, actually. I'm just okay. That was fantastic. That was.
Yeah, see, somebody else
That was
another
what?
fat joke, guys.
Santa's on break.
So now that we've spread Christmas cheer like nobody's biz, we need to get someone else's word this week. Our own mall Santa, Bob, I'd like for you to give us your word this week.
My word this week, little boy, is cocksure. Cocksure.
What is it with you and cock? What is it with you and cock?
Did you just say cocksure?
The word this week, and I tell you, I'm going to win this week. Foreshadowing is cocksure. COCKSURE. Cocksure.
It really is spelled that way.
Cocksure. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Cocksure.
Okay. Dave, I need you to guess what cocksure means.
All right. Cocksure is like a situation, a social situation that you're in that you know the only way for you to properly get out of it, to properly escape or to resolve the conflict or just pretty much just put a pin in it, to whip out your penis. So like, you're at a dinner party, somebody's talking about politics, somebody's complaining about Obamacare, or like, you're talking to somebody and they're like, oh, I watch Fox News all the time. You're like, oh, Jesus Christ. The only way for you to get out of that situation, to completely just like put a period at the end of that sentence, turn around and walk away, you just whip it out for a second. So cocksure.
Ding, ding, dong.
Ding, ding, dong, indeed. Indeed.
Yes.
That's a whole different kind of Christmas caroling.
And if you're a lady, you obviously can't do that. But for ladies to, get that cocksure win in a social situation, basically you just have to go around all the time with a fake penis on you. Like, just start doing that. Start keeping it in a purse.
Or just keep it in your purse, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a strap-on. You don't have to wear it all the time. But, like,
Right, yeah.
That's where I keep mine.
Yeah, you just need to, like, before you get to the house, before
Handbag.
you go in the house, or before you get to the restaurant or wherever you're going to see your friends, just, like, quietly slip it discreetly into your pants or tape it to your leg under your dress or something, and just be ready to use it if the need arises.
Okay, for me, I have two things. I'm tied between two different possible definitions here. If it's fine with you guys, I'm going to give them both really quick. One of them, and I could see this being the case because this is Bob we're talking about, it reminds me of the word fissure, which is a break or crack in the earth, which means to me that cocksure is like a fissure for your penis, which means there is a break or some sort of crack. Exactly. And
Wait,
so,
is that like a fleshy crack you put your penis into, or like a crack forming on the penis itself?
forming on the penis.
Oh,
It
okay.
has to be. This is
Mary Junkmas.
that's. I mean, let's be like that's very much a Bob word to pick. Now that said, there was
DickNightmares.com.
there was one that's very similar to what you came up with, Dave, where how if you kind of have like a sort of bet or like dare as like a kid with a friend, you'd say like I double dog dare you. It like the highest degree beyond like triple dog dare is actually are you cocksure?
Oh, okay.
If you're cocksure, you're willing to put your stuff on the line to prove something, to prove that you can do something, perform something. So that I think is really like stepping the game up. One more notch is saying
2 wieners enter.
Are you-
One wiener leaves.
Exactly.
2
Yeah.
wieners enter.
Cocksure.
1 wiener leaves.
It gives a whole new meaning to Master Blaster.
Oh, man.
Yes. So those are my two kind of. I'm borderline on either one. If I were forced to guess what the definition is, I'm gonna go with the first one as far as the crack in the dick, just because I think that's what Bob would go with as a word. So I'll go with that one. Ryan, what do you think cocksure means?
Well, when you first said it, I wasn't sure of the spelling of it. I thought it was spelled COCK ? SURE . Period. Cock? Sure. Like it was a decision you had to make. But what I really think it is so you don't want to eat an unclean beast. They've got hooves. You're not going to want to eat bacon, but there's a way around that. Normally you have a rabbi come in and he'll bless it and he'll make it kosher. Mm-hmm. But what happens in the case of this is the rabbi comes in and he just flops down his nicely circumcised wong, and it's now cocksure. Partake.
It took me until literally right now to get the kosher reference. Well done.
Well,
yeah. Okay. Bob, please tell us, what does cocksure mean?
Cocksure is having or showing confidence in a way that is annoying to other people.
Oh, goddamn, this
mainly
is you.
because you just keep
Cocksure.
whipping out your wiener.
Yeah.
So basically,
That's
cocksure
annoying.
is like, and I'm among this group, but cocksure is all the people that read Game of Thrones that like talk shit about the
Yeah.
TV show, right? Like that's cocksure right there. It's like pretentious knowledge. It's just like
Just dicks.
remember
Yeah.
when this happened in the book. Oh, they didn't show this in the book. Fuck you.
Oh my God, the red wedding was so much more red in the book.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Okay.
I mean, they cut the wolves' heads off and put them on spikes, so it's a little different in the book, a little better, but
Bob, so it's showing confidence to an annoying degree, or showing like knowledge or superiority, like
Showing your cock to a superior.
Yeah, kind of like every week when I bring a word and I say that I'm going to win.
Yep. Yeah,
I
figured.
am cocksure.
You are cocksure. I will give you that. You are definitely cocksure.
I'm not kosher, but I'm cocksure.
All right. That's fair. All right, we'll move on. We need Dave's word this week.
okay. My word is pretty weird. My word is eucaligon. Eucaligon. Would you like a spelling on that?
Sure.
Yes, please.
Okay. Ucalegon. It comes from the fine website Wiktionary. It is a dated
Oh,
term, so
fantastic.
it's not in common use, but it's still very valid in today's English language. Eucaligon.
Is there a different pronunciation for that?
No, I listened to the pronunciation from the website about 18 times just so I
Just
could.
because you listen to it means nothing
so-
to me.
Well, the phonetic spelling is Yookalegon. So it's Eucaligon.
I guess I'll go first. It really sounds like some sort of alien species to me. I mean, I can't think of it
Does.
any other way.
Yeah,
you
who's
know?
the chick that starred in Species? It's probably her. It's Natasha something.
Natasha Bedingfield?
Yes, Bedingfield. Yes, this sounds right.
AKA Eucaligon.
Eucaligon. I mean, even if I try and break this down, I have absolutely no clue. So,
I got it.
yes,
I got this.
Go ahead, please.
It is a multi-sided object that was developed at the University of California.
Oh, okay. So like a trapezoid
Now-
or like a rhombus,
Now,
but like undefined up until now?
It's very specific. It actually, they call it a eucaligon, but it only has two sides. So what they've invented is a coin. Nice work, Eucal. Nice work. We already have that. We use them every day.
So they invented the world's first truly two-dimensional figure.
Yes.
Paper.
Go
Well,
fighting
no.
you cows. Go fighting you cows.
Okay. Ryan, do you have anything for this?
Yeah, I mean, I think Bob's on the right path there. It's like I hear Euc and I think Euclid from geometry. So it has to be shape-based for sure, even though the spelling's completely different. But I'm just blaming that on Dave. Basically, a eucaligon is a name that back in the olden times they gave to people who were shaped like parallelograms. So you don't see those people too much
fucked
anymore.
up bone structure.
Right. So you see someone, you'll know if you see them coming. Those fucking eucaligons. They're just
Yeah,
walking
they'll
down the
walk
street.
to the leaning to the side and like almost zombie-like, just kind of like one leg goes to the left and one leg goes north. Like,
You know the term like when you get dressed up real nice.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh man, you look sharp. That came from eucaligons who used to dress but they were sharp as shit because they had those nice
sharp angles.
You look sharp,
and they just
mainly
don't,
because you look like a parrot.
They don't fit into places particularly well, right? I mean, if they take public transportation, they're not going to sit in a bus seat.
Oh, there's no way they're
nice.
getting into the basement of their house. Like any Ucaligon who lives in a house has never seen what their basement looks like.
They can't walk downstairs.
No, they can't.
It's rough.
Yeah, man, that sucks to be a Ucaligon. Thank God we're not.
All right, Mike.
I already said
you stalled for a while, didn't?
I'm straight passing. I mean,
Natasha Bedingfield.
I said Natasha Bedingfield, alien species. I have nothing for this. I mean, I can't even say anything that's remotely funny. Not like I normally do, but I mean,
you mean it's like not even like a follower of Bob Uecker?
That's a Ucaligon. Hey, look, that's already perfect. I mean, I'll go with that. That sounds good to me.
You're from Milwaukee, come on.
Ish.
Do I really need to?
Well, you would be the first. You would be the first person to ever pass on a definition in the show's long, rich history.
You're saying that like it's a bad thing. I think I'm setting history right now.
he's aiming for quality, actually. So, yeah.
I mean, it's UCALEGON.
Oh, if that was an O, it'd be completely different.
ALEGON.
It is EGON. Okay, well, actually, hold on a sec. I'm just spotting the fact that Lego is in the middle of this. You hid a Lego in there. Ucaligon is the that one moment when you step on a stray Lego piece and you're like, oh my God, the worst pain ever.
Yeah, like barefoot walking through a dark room and you just like get the pegs like right in the arch of your foot and it's just like,
Yeah, ooh, that's rough. Yep, that's what it is.
I like it.
Yep. Dave, what does it actually mean?
All right, Ucaligon is a neighbor whose house is on fire or has burned down.
There's no way that is like there's a word for that.
Yeah, so it's basically it has a Latin root. Basically, Ucaligon was one of the elders of Troy whose house was set on fire by the Achaeans when they sacked the city. So that's where the term basically came from. It's a dated term. It hasn't been used quite often in modern English, but it's still very applicable.
But when that moment comes, you're gonna be all set.
Yeah, you're just
is your house burning down?
Yeah, like I mean, if anything, this show champions the use of very weird niche words that could be only used in a very specific situation. So it's like, dear listener, please go to bed with your fingers crossed and hope one of your neighbor's house burned down tonight, because you can run right up to them and just like drop that knowledge on them. Because it's like, what else do you want when every single piece of belongings and possessions that you own burns entirely? What else can you grasp at? Knowledge, man. Your own like self-determination.
Dave, you have just given complete power to pyromaniacs everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, as if we haven't given enough power to like people that break into homes and shit.
Or people that like
that's true.
Slap their wieners on things.
Yeah.
Feed your local thieves.
And pyromaniacs.
Yep.
All right. That's our 4 words. We have one more scenario left for everyone. It's Christmas Carol time, right? holiday cheer. Holiday cheer for all to hear. Do you guys want me to introduce my new jam to the world?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should do it.
Oh, Christmas motherfucker, and I'm in a rage. I don't keep a list cause it's in my brain. Tinsel, some missile, egg to the nog. I'm festive as fuck with a decked out yard. Lights so bright I bring ships to my home. Christen this shit with some Dom Perignon. Bottles are popping, the eve is hopping. Gift wrap with me and your Christmas is rocking.
Oh my God, dude. That was the whitest rap I've ever heard in my life.
No, I don't know about that.
And Dave listens to a lot of white rap.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of white rap. I'm a secret juggalo, you guys.
Wow,
no, that was really
fantastic.
good. That was really good. Did you prepare that, Mike?
Maybe. Like,
okay.
Dude, like literally 5 minutes. I found this beat on my keyboard, and then 5 minutes before we started recording, I just wrote this shit down. It just spilled out of my head. I felt like I was like,
like every rapper ever.
Exactly.
Oh, no. I got 5 minutes and a keyboard. Let's go.
I realize I'm like Kanye West because he's got Ryan. You and I both know I'm a fan, and you're like, oh, he's terrible. So yeah.
No, that was very good. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. Yes, I wanted to share that with the world. I don't know why.
I just love that I can't really see you, but as you've concluded the rapping, as the kids say, I want to like assume that you like crossed your arms and like had your shoulders cocked to the side.
Had his FUBU jacket on.
Yeah, FUBU jacket on, a little backwards hat, maybe tie-dye. It's like very colorful, like 90s style, you know? That's how I
don't know what happened, but my pants are like down by my knees now. They just naturally fell there, yeah.
Oh, yeah, somebody's cocksure.
They're Jocos. But,
Jocos. I'll have your W4 to you.
So now, you guys who are unprepared, see, I did this, so I would look better than you guys.
Advantage of being a host.
Exactly. This is how I should run things from now on. So we have this keyboard right here by my desk has a couple of options as far as like classic Christmas and holiday tunes, and you guys get to do something with them, right? Should I just start playing one or what?
Well, dish it off to people. If you could give me the Silent Night one, I think that's like the only Christmas carol I know.
Okay.
Aside from Jingle Bells, I guess.
Okay, then I'm gonna pop some Silent Night up in here.
Okay,
Dave,
and of course the Batman song. I mean, I know that Robin laid an egg, but that's the extent of my Christmas song knowledge.
Dave, I don't know if we can deck this holiday Christmas carol out with anything else that's more special for you to target it at all. Do you have any ideas? Like, should there be a theme to this, or are you just gonna wing it? This is gonna go terrible.
I'm just gonna wing it, I guess.
Okay.
Casio bringing the A game. Silent fart smells so tart. Everyone in the elevator knows it was me. Everyone knows it was me. I think that's about all I got. Did I even keep time with the music? I couldn't hear it at all.
Nope.
All right, awesome. Excellent.
But I think part of the reason I wanted to do this is that it's going to be such a fucking pain for Bob to edit. It's going to be the worst.
Oh, man.
Okay, Bob, I think you should go next.
The holidays is when a lot of people commit suicide, especially people who edit stuff like this.
Would it surprise any of us if you cut this thing out entirely because it's just so bad? I mean, like, no, yeah, maybe. Bob, we wish you a Merry Christmas, Jingle Bells, Joy to the World, Oh Christmas Tree. Do you find any of those inspiring? How about Deck the Halls?
Ah, man, none of those are getting it for me. Here, just in case I do cut this whole piece out, yeah, let me go ahead and thank everybody. Okay, it's just for editing later.
It's my little placeholder. Got it.
Just put a pin in that. No, I'm feeling Frosty the Snowman. Do you have Frosty the Snowman?
I do not have Frosty the Snowman. Do we need to acapella that?
I got this.
Oh, sorry.
No, Ryan, continue.
Doom, 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 Frosty the Snowman was a guy I met in jail with a big glass pipe and a chalk-lined nose within a shed crapped in a pail. Frosty the Blowman was a fairy tale, some say, but you should know he will go up and go and cut a bitch like you today. There must have been some crack left in that old glass pipe they found, for when they placed it in his mouth, he began to dance around. Oh, Frosty the Blowman was alive as he could be, and the parents say he should stay away from the kids and off their streets. Bumpity bump bump, bumpity bump bump, look at Frosty blow. Bumpity bump bump, bumpity bump bump, snorting a hill of snow.
Yeah.
That
was off
choice.
the cuff, dude. That is quality.
God damn it, you had a better carol than me.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Okay, well, that leaves you, Ryan. I can't believe we're doing this. Like, we're really doing this, but
I don't know if this one's going to make the final cut.
Podcast responsibilities, guys. We have to entertain these fine.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're
very attractive listeners.
I don't care if this is painful. We're spreading some freaking holiday cheer.
Yeah.
Like, people
need one holiday. One specific holiday.
You will enjoy this or else.
Yeah. Or elves, actually. You will enjoy this or elves. Ryan, we wish you Merry Christmas, Jingle Bells, Joy to the World, Oh Christmas Tree.
I think I can do Joy to the World.
Okay, let me...
It's going to be hot.
All right.
Me. You. Got a little sting to start me in. I love it. Words to the world, word Rango's here. Let earth receive Baba. His voice is glorious, his lack of eyebrows notorious. Let Dave pronounce a word. It will get fucked up because Dave Dad doesn't care.
Your music was really loud there. I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't hear him at all. So I'm like, okay, well, this must be good.
Just realize that I was singing.
You were.
Really? So that's going to be a surprise for you guys?
So is that so singing like in air quotes? Like, were you quote singing? Or was that like real?
No, I was bringing it, man.
Okay.
You
were dum dum dada? Dum dum dada?
Well, this was good. I'm happy we did this, and I'm happy we only do this once a year.
No Easter songs? Come on.
So there we go. I mean, I can't imagine we have anything else to contribute to this segment, right?
No, that's it. Let's put it in a coffin and throw it in the ocean.
Nailed it.
Yeah, we are burning this body, and we are taking it to the dump or something. I mean,
I hope somebody brought the lie.
You know what though? I mean, I still enjoyed some of that. I mean, just saying. Okay, we do need to do our escalator pitches.
All right,
like official. Ryan, I'd like for you to start off with Paul Troon.
I just think he's a great guy. I don't care what you say, ladies. That guy, he's smooth.
I feel like Paul Troon is the kind of guy who doesn't stay in the friend zone long. You know what I mean? Like, he knows how to transition out of it. You know, he's
not much of a friend zone.
Is that it? You just
yeah. Sorry, I totally hijacked your escalator pitch.
No, I don't know what else there is to say. I mean, I'm just got to get off right up here at the Brass Plum and check out some cargo shorts.
All right. Me next. Joe Coase. I already kind of said it before. It's perfect for the show. It's perfect for this season.
Tax season.
It's perfect for tax season because everything's joking and festive and cheerful and just make sure you get those taxes done.
There's nothing funnier than a 1099 easy form.
It's easy.
It's easy.
Like Sunday morning. It's a good thing I'm not an accountant. That's all I'd be saying. Fill out this form. That's why.
What's your income level? Oh, you can fill out at 1040 easy.
When's the best time for me to fill out my taxes? Sunday morning, obviously.
1040 easy. You can eat a big fat. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to file my taxes, but then my 1099 easy form died of AIDS. So
got to scrap with Dre.
Wow. Okay. Bob Cocksure.
Internet, I'm going to tell you that I'm going to win this week. And you know why? Cocksure.
You're pointing at yourself right now, aren't you?
He's got two thumbs.
It's like you're in the room with me. Cocksure. Both thumbs, this guy.
All right, Dave, Ucaligon.
All right, so Ucaligon, I have three things that make it such an awesome word. For one, Ucaligon can be a villain in your future graphic novel you're writing. You've been looking for that really awesome name for a villain. Ucaligon, it's like menacing. It's full of vowels. It's just the perfect kind of word for a villain. Secondly, neighbors' houses have been burning down for centuries, and we haven't really had a term for it. We haven't really had a way to label it. And I'm all about...
Outside of house fire.
outside of that poor bastard whose house burned down, which is just too many syllables. This is America. We got, we're moving and shaking. We got things to do. And then, what was the third one? All right, so it's two solid reasons why Ucaligon is great.
It's a two-sided, it's a two-sided thing.
It's such a great thing that, it's like before they invented that word, people are like, the guy over there, the guy, the house Bernie Downey guy. Like, wow, I don't know what to call him. Also, I think it's great that your villain in your comic book already has a backstory built into it.
Yeah, right?
Perfect.
Like Spider-Man burns down his house because the webbing is very flammable, and like he didn't think about it, and like,
oh no.
Yeah.
Someone broke in. Santa broke in. Santa broke in, burned his house down. He became Ucaligon to avenge the loss of all of his stuff that insurance didn't claim.
Yeah, it's Ucaligon, the destroyer of worlds.
Yeah.
Santa's world.
Yeah, man. It's Jingle his bells. Okay, and then that was Ucaligon. That means we are at the point where we need to figure out who wins this week.
Yep.
Ryan, since you won last week, I'd like for you to start the voting out. You have to pick between Joko's, Cocksure, and Ucaligon.
Shoot. Yeah, I think what it comes down to, I think Dave, this is the first time I think an escalator pitch has actually sold me on a word.
Nice!
It's mainly because of the superhero tie-in and the movie rights and the merchandise.
I'll give you 10 points on the back end if you vote for me right now.
Yeah, as long as Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck aren't involved in that movie, I think you got a hit.
I like
Zack Snyder, too. Zack Snyder will not come near it.
Yeah, just those guys. And Halle Berry, apparently.
Yeah,
no,
Brian Singer.
Superhero movies. So, yeah, Ucaligon. Let's do this.
Okay. Dave, pick between Paul Troon, Joko's, and Cocksure.
All right. Well, I love Bob Ball's commitment to the cockcraft. He's very committed to that. We had
Cocksmith.
What was the other one with the bird? It was. So anyway, I like that word a lot. It's very good, but it's not my choice. I like the idea of inventing a defense, strategy, like, getting Johnny Cochran involved. It's like you were amped up on espresso and you ran over some poor old lady on the side of I-95. I like that, but I'm going to have to go with Paul Troon because that is a man that I'm going to... I mean, WWJD? Nah, dude. WWPD. What would Paul Troon do? And I feel like that I'm going to carry that forward in my life, so I've got to go with Paul Troon.
Wow, Joey Coast is not all that thrilled right now.
No, well, he's a sidekick. He's the Bucky to Captain America, and Captain America is Paul Troon. So,
I think it's clear that Joe Coast is the sidekick now to Paul Troon, but you know that he's going to get jealous and think, you know what, I'm as good as Paul Troon, and then he turns into like the next villain.
Yeah, he becomes Ucaligon. Like
he becomes Ucaligon.
Yeah.
Right? Do you see it?
Yeah.
And you know that twist happens at like the very end. You see the jealousy building, and then at the very end, he
after
picks
the
up.
Credits.
Yep, he picks up the relic that turns him into the evil guy, which is basically a statement from the insurance claims.
Yeah.
It says, "Look, you're pretty much fucked.
We're not paying for anything.
You're not paying for anything."
Just basically,
Santa!
in this podcast, we just walked up to Marvel HQ and laid down a briefcase full of money at their front
right
door.
there.
Like, we just gave it all to them.
$50 billion movie. I don't know how much movies make, but I'm guessing we could get that high.
Probably that.
Hey, Stan Lee, if you could just shoot us like $100 each, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm. At least,
Just awesome.
Yeah, send it to my PayPal.
And I'll go next. I have to pick between Paul Troon, Cocksure, and Ucaligon. I feel like it's not our strongest week for the words that we brought, but I do really like all of these words.
Are you sure it's not our strongest week? Are you cocksure?
I am cocksure.
It's not our strongest week.
I am cocksure that I am picking Cocksure. I'm picking Cocksure.
Oh.
And I'm sorry, Dave, but I don't know. There's something about Cocksure. It's just so absurd to me that that's a fucking word, and that in itself already kind of sold me as it is. Bob had to dig that one up, and I like what it means and all that. I think it's great that there's a word that means being sort of annoyingly boastful and confident, and I think it's perfect for the show. It's perfect for Bob. I'm gonna have to pick cocksure. I like that one. So Bob, that means it's down to you. You have to pick between Paul Troon, Jokos, and Ucaligon.
So I can't whip out cocksure?
You cannot whip out cocksure.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Every week.
So which word, if I pick it, will screw everything up?
Yeah, don't do that. I know. There's only one of those.
I'm not reminding you where the votes went. I'm not.
So if I were to pick Jokos, I would screw everything up?
I hate you so much.
Oh, look, I'm not here to mess everything up, because if I was, I would just pick cocksure, which I do. I pick cocksure.
You can't talk your way around it. You've tried this like every week. You can't just talk enough that we're going to forget that you can't pick you cannot pick cocksure. Okay?
One of these times it's going to work.
Okay, fine. In that case, I pick Jokos.
You fucking bastard.
It's vindictive.
Okay, by
So
my count,
Bob
this is
Ball is Ucaligon. He's the future Ucaligon.
Merry Christmas.
Basically, after 4 years of doing this podcast, we're going to burn Bob Ball's house down because he never gets with the program, and then he's going to become Ucaligon.
I'm pretty sure this is like our 4th tie now. I mean, seriously. I mean, the best part is who cares, but at the same time, I don't think anybody listening cares who wins.
What we should do is we should start doing pick a primary word and then a secondary word, and then we start a point system.
Oh.
And that might make it so that we stop running into this uncomfortable tie every
you know what? We'll do that.
week.
We'll do that starting next week. We'll
Hey,
have
you got to save that for our math podcast. You are talking too much maths right now.
That podcast would not last very long because I'm not good at math.
Arithmetic addicts? Maybe? I don't know. Trying to think of names.
Dear listener, your winner this week is Bob Ball with cocksure.
No, definitely not. No, we have a tie. If anybody feels strongly about one of these words over the others, please tweet us. Bob, where can they do that?
You can get us on the Twitter @WordRango. You can also get us on Facebook, facebook.com/WordRango. You can even send people to the website, which will get them right to the podcast, wordrango.com. We even have a YouTube channel that has a fun holiday message for you. Write this down. It's bit.ly/twerkrango. TWERKRANGO. So it's bit.ly/twerkrango.
Sorry. I got to interrupt you because Ryan actually... Ryan has located the real-life Paul Troon. He lives in Melbourne, Australia, and he... why does it just say Ultra under his name? It's just like
Ultra Paul Troon.
Ultra Paul Troon. That's like it's like the version that the Power Rangers have to fight in the Megazord.
That's the superhero Paul Troon, isn't it? Ultra Paul Troon or something?
Oh man, look at that chunky scarf he has on.
That's a nice...
Is Ultra Paul Troon actually Ucaligon?
Oh shit.
That's well established.
That is a really good point. He is in graphic design. I imagine that would be more.
Yeah, so go to LinkedIn and look up Paul Troon, PaulTroon, and join us in laughing that there is a person who is really named Paul Troon.
Wow.
He's an utter coward.
Oh, wow. That is incredible.
So I do want to thank people who send us some tweet love this week. I got a short list of Seven Ravis, Shameless Public, Scratty Bones, Sinin Cubba, John Perry, Oboe Crazy, The Optimism Club, and of course, the four of us at Bob Balvio, at Mike Suzek, at Dave Hinkle, and at Ryan the Lou.
Skip to that, Lou, my friend. And it's Sinan. Sinan works with us, so pronounce his name correctly, please.
and of course, it's not. I figured out it's not Oboe Crazy. It's Oboe Crazy. Go ahead and ask her. I'm positive. Oboe Crazy. And you know, that's all. I love when you guys tweet us. I love when you guys hit us on Facebook, and just. It brightens my day more than you can imagine when you just acknowledge that you actually pay attention to anything we do, because then it tells me that this is actually like an effective means of conveying our Illuminati-esque messages to the world that we're hiding in the midst of this podcast.
So the way I want to pitch it to people is like, the more you share the show, the more people that listen, we'll inevitably get those podcast bucks. That's BUX. It's a podcast form of currency. We'll get those, and then we can pay interns to like spend time and look up great words, like really,
just
really
imagine
good words.
The words we get. Down.
Yeah, because I mean, right now I'm pretty sure we all just like look up a word 10 minutes before we start recording and get it ready, and so there's no prep involved. But for us to put out a better show for you, you need to make sure that more people are listening. So please share our iTunes, subscribe, rate us. 5 stars is preferable.
The big one is hitting us on iTunes.
Yeah, hitting us on iTunes.
Most important.
We're also on Stitcher, which is I hear a podcasting network. Very good way to.
It's a podcasting network, and it's also, I guess, it's like a human organ trafficking site too.
Yeah.
Why not just take out those two?
Slash online
sweet potty.
It's an online knitting circle as well. It's for old ladies to get together and share crochet patterns and all that.
Right, crochet patterns, and then also like if you need a new liver really bad, you can get one.
They tell you what hotel to show up at, and they'll give you pictures of the bathtub full of ice that you will wake up in. You got to know what you're getting into there.
Right.
Mark your kidney.
It's like Yelp reviews. You think they're pretty helpful, but you just never know. Maybe the guy leaving the review is the guy that you're getting the kidney from.
It's like 5 stars. Raul had really good stitch work.
And he's going to tell you that it's nice, but not totally sure.
Didn't leave a big scar, so...
So, hey, I mean, we're putting our organs on Stitcher. You can check us out on there. And then iTunes, like Dave said, the most important thing, subscribing to the show. So that way, it'll just download automatically. Like, how can you not want to automate your life more?
Yeah.
May as well subscribe. You get this shit straight to your ear holes every Monday, which is when the show comes out. And then also rating it 5 stars and leaving us a review. Not just rating the show, but just leaving that little review. We'll read it on air. We'll give you a little airtime. You're famous. Wow. You're famous. You can tell your family. And that is that's huge for us. So yeah, please share the show. And that's it. Tweet at us and all that good stuff.
Yeah, Facebook.com/WordRango, Twitter.com/WordRango, and I think we're on Grindr too, Grindr.com/WordRango.
Sure.
If you're looking for that late night hookup and you need that late night vocab fix, you can find us on there. OkCupid, we have a profile on there. We reply selectively, but it's.
God, we should make a profile everywhere.
Yeah,
we really need.
Why have we not done that yet?
I think can we get like Word Rango Incorporated on LinkedIn?
Fucking make a connection with Paul Troon.
Our first connection is Paul Troon.
That's really what should happen if we had our own social network. If we had the Word Rango social network, Paul Troon would be the guy like on MySpace where he's always your first friend. Like everybody's first friend is Paul Troon.
He should be. I'm totally sending a Twitter message to Paul Troon right now. He's on Twitter too.
Oh yes. Oh man, I love that guy. I'm all about that. And that does it.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul. That does it. Thank you guys for listening. We will be back. I am hoping with the holidays coming up, I'm hoping we find time to record, and we will still be back next week. When you're listening to this, it'll be right near that special Christmas time. Everybody, safe travels. Happy holidays, whether you celebrate or not. Just safe travels. I don't know what the roads are like where you crazy people live. Where they are by me, they tend to get rough. So, all that. Have fun. Enjoy time with your family, and make them listen to this.
Yeah, and if you died at Black Friday sales somewhere across this fine globe, that does not get you off the hook. You still have to rate and subscribe.
Please do that.
Yeah, please. We need those ghost bucks.
Do it from the pearly gates. And that's it. Thank you, guys.